Hi everyone. Before building any product, founders usually spend a lot of days researching competition, comparing features, reading reviews, and trying to figure out where the actual opportunities really are. That's why I built GapFoundry to automate that entire workflow using AI. So let me show you how it works. Once you are inside, every competitive analysis is saved as a research project, making it easy to revisit previous research instead of starting a new one from scratch every time. In the left side, you can see all the researches that you have done in the past, and using this collapsible icon, you can collapse this left sidebar. Even with the sidebar collapsed, you can quickly switch between the analysis using the dot navigation to maximize the workspace. So to give you an example, I can just click on these dots to open any of the research project. For example, if I want to open the second research project in my feed, I can just click on this second dot. If I want to switch to the first one, then I can click on the first dot. Now, to start a new research, you just have to click on this new button. Here, starting a new competitive analysis is pretty straightforward. You can either describe the business idea or you can simply paste the website URL here. For this demo, I'm going to enter a business idea. So I'm going to write a tool that warns HR when top employees are likely to quit. Okay, so there is also an option to bypass the cached results and perform a completely fresh web search and AI analysis. Now I'm just going to start this competitive analysis. And by the time it runs, let's look at a completed research project. GapFoundry researches the market, discovers competitors, compare product capabilities, identifies opportunities, and backs every important finding with citations. The report starts with a high-level overview. You can see the business idea or the URL that you have given here at the top. There is a title for the research. And then every report includes an overall confidence score, which in this case is 72%, medium. But I also exposed two separate dimensions, grounding and impact. Grounding measures how well a claim is supported by evidence, whereas impact measures how strategically important that finding is. So for this particular research project, you can see the grounding is 66%, whereas the impact is 86%. There is also a small guide here which tells more details about the impact and grounding. Now you might think that why this separation is important. So to answer your question, this separation is important because something can be strategically valuable while still requiring additional verification. Now, throughout the report, you will see many tags of different colors with some percentages on it. So for example, 72% medium, or here you can see confidence 78%. If you hover upon it, it will tell you some other details also. So for example, this 72% medium is basically denoting that the overall confidence score is 72%, grounding is 66%, impact is 86%. If you hover this particular chip, then you can see for this competitor, the confidence is 78%, grounding is 79%, whereas the impact is 75%. And there is also a help note that the user can use to understand more about the result. Okay. So next, GapFoundry identifies all the major competitors in the market. So you can see different competitors here. One is Rover, second one is Pet Desk, and so on. Before moving on, I would also like to tell you that since the report can become quite large, the right side contents panel lets you jump instantly between sections. So you can just open this contents panel and then you can navigate easily throughout the report. So you can see all the competitors I mentioned here. If you click on a particular competitor, it will take you to that particular competitor. Also, there is a feature matrix, the market gaps, and the citations, which we will cover later on in this demo. So going back, for every competitor, the report includes positioning, target audience, pricing, key features, strengths, and their weaknesses. And if you scroll down, you can also see all the sources that have been used to produce these results during this research process. Moving on, we come to the feature matrix. Instead of manually comparing all the products, GapFoundry builds a feature matrix showing which capabilities each competitor offers. You can also see some of the features have the standard tag, which simply means that this feature is an industry standard. The industry standard column makes it easy to identify features customers already expect while immediately revealing where competitors fall short. So in column 1, you can see all the features, and then you can see all the major competitors and which of the competitors offer which of those features. Moving on to the market gaps section, this is the most important part of the report. Rather than simply listing competitors, GapFoundry combines all the collected research to identify potential market opportunities. Each opportunity includes its confidence, supporting evidence, strategic impact, and the direct citation. You can see we have evidence and impact for each market gap also, as well as the confidence score. If a finding has high strategic value but weaker evidence, GapFoundry clearly flags it so users know additional validation is needed before making decisions. So for example, here it has added a needs verification tag. This is an excellent feature because almost nobody talks about uncertainty. Moving on, at the end we also have all the citations that were used to create this whole report. Every important conclusion in the report can be tracked back to its original sources, making it much easier for founders, agencies, or product teams to validate the research instead of blindly trusting AI-generated output. Once the research is completed, the entire report can be exported as a professionally formatted PDF and shared with the clients, founders, or other stakeholders from here. Now let's check if our recently started research has been completed or not. So as you can see, this research is already completed and the confidence score is 80% high, grounding is 82%, whereas impact is 73%. And these are all the competitors that you can see from here. We have the feature matrix, then we have the market gaps, in which we have some good confidence scores, and then we have the citations. Now there is one more feature that I want to talk to you about, which is the Ask AI feature. If I click on this Ask AI button, it will take me to a new tab where instead of manually reading through the entire report, I can just chat with the AI assistant that has access to all the research for this project. I can ask follow-up questions, compare competitors, clarify insights, and dive deeper into any of the sections, just like talking to an analyst who already knows your research. You can also have further research in this chat about the business idea or the website that you're researching about. And if you want, this chat can also make changes to the final report that is generated. So this was it. GapFoundry transforms hours of competitive research into a structured, evidence-backed report that helps teams understand the market, compare competitors, and discover opportunities before building their next product. So, thank you.